This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good morning, friends, in this SBA Master Program. In today's session, we'll talk about Azure Data Factory introduction. Okay, so when you talk about Azure Data Factory introduction, we are going to discuss what exactly we are going to do with Azure Data Factory, why we need Azure Data Factory, what all it can able to do. Okay, so as a Azure Data Engineer, how you are going to use the Azure Data Factory. So all these things we will discuss. Okay, so first what I'll do, first let me talk about you are a data engineer. Let's talk about you are a data engineer. So what happens now if you upload your resume in the Naukri as a data engineer, you will get the calls. So the first thing they are going to ask, do you have knowledge on Azure Data Factory? Why they are asking the knowledge on Azure Data Factory? Because as a data engineer, you are responsible to do some of the tasks. So for all those tasks, we are going to use the Azure Data Factory. So now we are going to talk about what are those tasks, what is meant by those tasks. Okay, what exactly the task, what as a data engineer we are responsible to do. Okay, so before we discuss, we need to talk about data engineer. In the data engineer, we have a word called data. So what is meant by data? Any information is called a data. If you want to do a better business, what is important is your previous, okay, what is important is your previous historical data is very important. Okay, your historical data, meaning let's say you started your business now. If you're starting your business now, you cannot start a business without having any knowledge, isn't it? Suppose even people who are like starting small business, they also inquiry about that entire business. What is the investment I need to do, how much I can able to get the return? So all those things, what are the core materials, where I'll get this core material, okay, what is the cost of this core material? So all this information is going to get it. Once he has some information, then only he can start any job. Okay, so I'm talking about the how business will start. Any business it can be. So business, if you want to start, first important thing is you need to get the complete information about the business. What is this information? Information is nothing but a data. Okay, information is nothing but a data. Now let's talk about the real-time scenarios. Now let's say I want to know, uh, like as a Flipkart uh, CEO. Okay, let's talk about this way. Okay, first domain I'm going to talk about is the retail domain. In the retail domain, you all might have used the Flipkart website. What you'll do, you'll just go to Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart, just click on Flipkart. Okay, when you just click on Flipkart, see here what happens is you are searching for a Amazon Alexa. You want to book Amazon Alexa. Okay, you just click on this. So now what you are going to do is you are going to purchase this. Just click on buy now. Then see, it is asking basically to deliver. So if you want to deliver, you will deliver. Let's say if you have not logged in. So I basically logged in, that's why it is just showing you to choose the address. Let's say if you have not logged in, you search for the Amazon Alexa. Okay, you search for Amazon Alexa. Okay, you searched for Amazon Alexa. Now you just click on this. Now you want to purchase this because you basically like this and you want to purchase it. Okay, so let's say 51510. 1 second. Yeah, so just click on buy now. See what it is, first step, what it is asking. What is the first step? It is asking login or sign up. Login or sign up means, login means if you have already account is available, you just log in with the username and password to authenticate this particular order is placed by you. Okay, sign up means if you don't have a account, just click continue. So here what you need to do, let's say I don't have account for cloud pandit 28 @gmail.com. I don't have account, just click continue. It is asking the mobile number. So once you enter the mobile number and so on, so it is going to basically sign up you means it is going to save all the details for you. So next time onwards, if you want to log in, you no need to provide all these details. What you can quickly do is, you can just log in with username and password. You can place the order. So why I am explaining all these things? Okay, why I'm explaining all these things? Because this is a retail business. How this retail business is getting your information into their business. So now Flipkart, how Flipkart is taking my data into his business. There will be a customer table to maintain all the customers for the Flipkart. How I am providing my details to the Flipkart. So here, just like this, you need to sign up. When you sign up, you are providing all these details. When you provide all these details in the back end, these details will be saved. Okay, in the back end, these details will be saved. All of you understood how this particular customers data Flipkart is getting. Flipkart is getting all this customers data when you sign up. When you sign up, it will take all the customer data. It is going to store it in the back end. That's how they are going to get the customer details. Now let's imagine you already have the account and you already logged in. Okay, let's say, so if you are going to log in, it is asking username and password. Let's say you want to new to Flipkart, create an account. When you say create an account, first it will ask username, then you need to you will get a OTP. Once you pass that OTP, it will ask you to provide multiple details like your full name, your email address, and so on. A lot of things it is going to ask. So once you have provided all your customer details, it will be saved in the backend. Now let's imagine. What happens is I am just logging in because I know my username and password. So I'm just logging in. Let's imagine. Okay, now you see my account. So I'm inside my account. Now when I am inside my account, what you need to understand, first important thing is, whenever you are placing an order, so this particular order is going to happen against which user. This particular order, let's say if I purchase, this order is uh, going to be purchased under which user. So this user, you see profile here. If you just click on profile, you can see, so username I just mentioned as hello, right? So but in your case, your name, whatever name you have given, that name will be displayed. So this is the phone number. Okay, something like this. So what happens is all the orders that we are placing will be there under hello. Let's say I want to know all the orders that I have placed as of today. Just click on this and you can able to see. Okay, so a lot of things will be there here. Okay, clear to all of you? So these are the different things that you can able to understand very easily. So now what you have understood here is basically you are placing you are basically uh, giving all the customer details. That is the first important thing. Second thing is whatever orders you are placing, whatever orders you are placing, all these orders, okay, whatever orders you are placing, all these orders are available against your username. Now let's say as a business, end of the day, I want to know which is the product which is sold highest in today. So end of the day, I want to understand which product is sold highest in this entire month. Which product is doing well compared to last year, June 7th. Okay, let's compare a last year, June 7th. A particular laptop product is how many sales happened last year 2021 June 7th, and this year 2022 June 7th, how many sales happened for that particular laptop type. Now when you know these two things, what you can able to understand whether your business sales are increasing or decreasing, you can able to understand very easily. Okay, so why I am explaining all these things, just to tell you how we are providing all this data to the how we are providing all this data to the business, how business is going to use this particular data. So business can able to understand, okay, which customer purchased which product on which day. So you will have 3 dimensions. They'll just create the 3 dimensions. Customer details you are providing, order details you are providing. So order details, date when you have purchased, that purchase order date also will be there. So with the help of these 3 things, you can form the transaction. The transaction is Malay has purchased a laptop on June 6th. Simple. Okay, that is one of the transaction. But how we are providing data to this business, how the business is getting this data into the in the back end or into the databases or storages? Can you all answer, friends? How business is getting this data?
The customer.
How business is getting this data into their business?
From the customer itself.
Using, yes, directly customer is providing using the web application, using the web application, using the web application. So business is collecting all the customer details, all the order details, and they are basically yeah, all these details they are collecting and storing in the database. Everybody clear? So this is the one of the uh, retail business. Let's talk about a retail business. Let's say financial domain. Financial. So how many of you using Google Pay, GPay, Phone Pay, okay, or Paytm, or you can say net banking, okay, net banking. So maybe for each bank there will be own application, right? Let's say if it is a ICICI, you'll have a ICICI mobile application, okay, mobile application. Similarly, if it is a SBI YONO, okay, YONO SBI mobile application, YONO mobile application. So like this, so for each bank you will also have a different so for each bank you will also have what, so they will have their own mobile application, they will have a net banking, you can also use the Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm against their banks. So now how financial domain will get all our details, how financial domain will get all our details, guess it.
Through web application only.
Exactly. Not, you no need to be a web application. Let's imagine. So if you want to open a account, first important thing is we used to go to banks earlier, but now everything, even you can open the account in the online. So when you are opening the bank account in online, what all details it will ask? It will ask your phone number, like your first name, last name, middle name, your phone number, your address, your father name, your Aadhaar card, okay, your PIN number, alternative mobile number, alternative email ID. So all these details, okay, so all these details they are going to collect from you when they are creating the account for you. When they create the bank account, so against that account you are going to make the transaction, meaning again in the financial domain also you are providing details to the financial, and whenever you are making a transaction, you are transferring some amount to me, I am transferring, I am returning to you again. So something like that, when these all things happen, what happens, all these are the transactions. So when once you have a bank account, against that bank you also will get some call saying that are you interested to take personal loan, are you interested to take personal loan, you will get the calls as well. Are you able to understand? You will also get the calls. Okay, when you get the calls here, okay, when you get the calls, how they are getting the call, because you already provided the your phone number, all these details, they are going to give it to the third party, or somehow they will make the payment to the bank or some third party to get your details. Once your details are taken by this loan people, they'll call and they'll ask the do you need any loan. So when you shown interest, what they'll do, they'll process the loan against your account. Okay, meaning so you will have a home loan, personal loan, car loan, and extra. So there will be a category, so uh, those will be maintained in the system. Again, that is also data. Let's say when you have taken a home loan of 50 lakhs, you have taken a car loan of 10 lakhs, you are going to make the EMI payment. So they want to track, okay, how many EMIs completed, so when and all he has missed the EMI, so how many EMI months left for this particular user. So all this calculation business need to do the better business, to do the better business. This is when I talk about a financial domain. let's talk about a travel domain. In travel domain, if you want to book a flight or train or bus, so first important thing is you will choose your source location, target location, then you will log in. So once you log in, you are going to make the payment. So when you make the payment, in all history, you will be able to see from where and all you have traveled. Let's say you are frequent traveler, so business wanted to give some discount. So how business knows you are the frequent traveler? They need to understand who is from which account tickets are booking very frequently. So who is the good customer for us? You need to identify the good customer, and we need to help them, or we need to make them happy so that they will be always there with us in the business. Okay, so if we talk about like this, we will have a different domain. So in each domain you are going to collect the data. In each domain you are going to collect the data. In the retail domain, we talked about Flipkart, and not only Flipkart, if you go to any D-marts, okay, so farm mall, if you talk about in Hyderabad and all, so what happens is those are very big shopping malls and all, right? So what happens is you, when you go there and purchase anything, so they will ask your phone number. Against your phone number, they're going to maintain the all the bills. So like that, if you talk about any business, they are going to take the data from us using the web applications or mobile application or any other applications they can able to use. Let's say in the home, everybody will use the gas, right? Gas, right, for cooking the food and all. So that is also one of the companies will maintain that gas supply. Okay, how much gas is transferring? Okay, how much gas is leaking? Okay, how much stock is available? So those people also, they are going to do the business. So how you are going to book your gas? So from the mobile, you just have to say, okay, gas is filled, I need a refill of this gas. So you can also provide these particular order details from the just a call. You can give a call and you can able to book the cylinder, meaning you are also having some data through the calls. So not only be a web application, it can be web application, mobile application, any other application like mobile calling, anything, something like that. Okay, cleared all of you how we are collecting the data? All of you clear how we are collecting the data? Any questions still are? Because the reason is I can start directly Azure Data Factory, but you should know basic why we are going to do this particular copying data from one place to another place. What is this data? How we are going to get this data? And a lot of questions will come. So that's why I'm just all the dependency one by one I'm trying to clarify to you. So first important thing is how any business you consider. So I talked about Flipkart, Amazon, something like the financial domain, any bank you can consider. Travel, if you say APS RTC, TS RTC, you see any private, Red Bus, any other Abibus, and so on. Lot of things are there. So you can book any travel bus or anything, IRCTC. Okay, if you want to book a flight or clear trip. So many, okay. Go IB, some applications also there to book a flight and all. Okay, so like that, we are basically getting the data into the business. Where exactly this data will be stored? Okay, data storages. Where exactly business will store this data? So there are two possibilities. Remember, most of the case, 99%, two possibilities. One is databases, second one is the storages. Okay, file systems you can say. Okay, so when you talk about storage or file system, data will be there in a file format. In which format data will be there? Data will be there in a file format. So when you talk about databases, data will be there where? In a tables. Okay, when you talk about the databases, data will be there in a tables. When you talk about a storages, data will be there in a file formats. It can be a CSV, it can be a Parquet, okay, Parquet, JSON, Avro, ORC, okay, Excel, XML, okay, XML, and so on, extra. Okay, so many of you don't know what is each format. Okay, what is CS, what is Spark, what is JSON, not just JSON, what is JSON, what is Avro or Excel. So we will go one by one. So data can be stored in two places. One is databases, second one is storages. This should be clear. Okay, now let's talk about what exactly this file formats. what exactly this file format. Let's say this is the data. I have some data. I can simply click save as. So here it is showing just all files. Okay. So basically it is just showing .txt, but you can save it as a, if you are aware, you can able to save it as any format. Let's say if you want to save this as a text.csv or text.py, you can able to save it in whatever format you want to save, but you need to understand what kind of data it is, what all formats we can able to store it. Okay, so example, let me give you all the file formats that are available. Let me open this Excel. So let's imagine, so here I have a customer ID, here I have a customer name, here I have a customer location. Okay. This is one Rama Bangalore, 2 Krishna Chennai. This is 3 Sai, again Pune, 4 Venkat, Hyderabad. Okay, so something like this. I have taken these 4 records. I have taken these 4 records. Now what we need to do is, you can save this particular file in a different file formats. Let me show you those file formats. So you can see here, if you see, you can save this as a CSV, comma, delimited. You can also save it as a PDF. You can also save it as a Excel. Okay, web page, HTML. So different file formats you can able to see text, simple text format you can able to save. So however you want to save, you can able to save. But as I mentioned, one of the file format is CSV. So I'm going to create a CSV file out of this. Save it. So what is the my file name? Book one is my file name. Okay, let me just give the proper name so that I can just use the same file name. So how to save this? So first important thing is how I created is, you come here, click on Excel, open it. Once you open this, you will come here. So here I just typed all these details. Once you type all these details, go to file. Okay, then click save as, browse. So there is a complaint, sir, I can't see the presentation. The way you try to rejoin, because other people are able to see, there is issue from your end. Okay, thank you. Now what happens, I want to just save this. Okay, go to desktop. On desktop, I see here down, I selected the CSV. Here I will say this is a cust. Okay, just I mentioned cust. So the CSV will be added to the cust.csv. Just save it. So now this particular file is saved as a cust.csv. Okay, let me show you on the desktop. If you see on my desktop, you should be able to see the cust.csv file is available. You see here the cust.csv file, whatever I just created, that is available. Microsoft Excel comma separated values file. It's a, if you want to know is it really a CSV file or not, just right click on that file. Okay, so right click on this particular file, go to properties. You will be able to see this is a CSV, see here, .csv, comma separated value. So this is the CSV and this is how we will store the data in the files. So .txt also one of the format. Let's say this file I want to save it as a .txt, save as. So see, automatically it is taking as a text. What I'll do, introduction. Okay, introduction I just mentioned on desktop. Okay, so which file format we saved? We just saved this as a .txt. See, the .txt format, it is showing like this. If it is a .csv, it is showing like this. Now right click on this, go to properties. You should be able to see it's a .txt format. Okay, it's a .txt. This is a .csv file format. Okay, first important thing. Now come here. So now let's talk about it, tables. So I just keep this tables information aside. The reason is this tables we'll discuss after maybe after 3 sessions. We will go into the database and we will see how to create tables and all those things. So for now we will focus on the storages. Okay, that's why we just have learned how these particular CSV files can be created. Okay, but in real time, are we going to provide this data like this, and are we responsible for creating the files and uploading this data into the storages, or how the business is going to fetch the data, how business will get the data?
Web application.
Divya, how we are going to get the data? Divya, how we are going to get the data? Chakri, how we are going to get the data?
By user.
From user, but how he is going to provide the data? Maruti, see, you should not forget, I repeated multiple times. Okay, that's fine. So please don't forget. Okay, this is important. So user is going to provide the data through the web application or any mobile application or through the calls, or it can be anything. Let's say there is a problem. So some amount is deducted from your account, bank account, and that money is not added into the recipient, okay, target person. So what you people will do immediately, you will call to the help desk and you will raise some complaint request. So that particular complaint request will be tracked, what exactly happened in between these two. So they are going to do some investigation. So that data also will be there. If you talk about one business, so they will have lot of things. So they are going to save each and everything, whatever is happening in their business, everything they are going to record and they are going to store it in their database or storages. Okay, basically most of the case, why we'll go with the storages in the financial domain, they will not allow us to connect to the source systems directly. What they will do, they will have a PII information. What is that called? PII, personal identity information, meaning your account name, your address, your phone number, your account number I already mentioned, right? Your Aadhaar number, PAN card, or some other details are which are important, which they should not move it into the public domain. That's why what they will do, from the databases, they will take the data, they will encrypt it. Encrypt means, you might have seen in some of the cases in the ATMs and all, when your account number or your phone number is displayed, it will just display like this, XXXXX and last 44. Okay, 822, something like this. Your phone number is 822. So we sent a OTP to the number which is ending with 822. It will mention, but it will not mention entire number, because they are going to encrypt this to make more secure your phone number. To secure your phone number, they are going to just put XXX something like this. Got it? So that's why what they will do, from the database, they will take all these and they will copy the data into the CSV files. Once they have loaded that data into the CSV file, our work will start. Okay, now a project, nowadays all the projects are ingestion. Ingestion means, as of today, all the business started using the on-premise. Okay, as of today, business was used to use on-premise, but now everybody is moving from on-premise to cloud. Okay, that's why all business, like all business teams, they are storing these databases, storages, everything in on-premise. Now they wanted to move it into the cloud. So now our goal is how we can able to move this particular data from the storages which are there in on-premise to cloud. Similarly, the tables which you have in the on-premise, how we can able to move these particular tables which are there in on-premise to cloud. Okay, so before that, we need to understand what is on-premise, what is cloud. Anybody have any idea what is on-premise, what is cloud?
On-premise means the hardware which we use in offices like that.
Okay.
On-premise means we had some physical server, we had data in the physical server. Cloud means we are moving all our data to the cloud environment.
Yeah, what exactly the cloud?
In the cloud we'll use
Cloud is we can access anywhere these data. Okay, premises is into the particular system.
Okay. So I'll tell you simple,
It's like a
simple
Google
example.
Drive.
I'll give. Yeah, fine. So simple example I'll give you. Okay. Let's say I want a 1 terabyte of storage. I need a 1 terabyte of storage. What exactly? Let's say you have a lot of data. So it's not a business as well. It's a simple, your personal. So there is a training material you want to store. It is more than 1 terabyte. That's why in your system, you cannot accommodate everything. What you need is, now you need a 1 TB of disk storage. what is the next step everybody is going to do? What you will do if that is the situation, that is the scenario, you need a 1 TB of storage. What you will do now?
Buy the hard disk, 1 TB hard disk.
Okay, how you will buy the hard disk? You just come
By
here.
using web application and Flipkart or
I'll
Amazon.
just say hard disk 1 TB I need. Okay, hard disk, external hard disk. So three or something. So you see here there are, what is this? No, these are pouches. I think. Okay, see external hard disk. These are the hard disk, isn't it? If you see here, there is a hard disk. Okay, there is 1.5 TB wide external hard disk drive. It's a 4,000 rupees. So basically, you are going to purchase. You are going to purchase means you will place a order here. Next, what is going to happen next? They are going to deliver this to your home. Where exactly you are going to maintain the storage? Where exactly you are going to maintain the storage? Where you will keep this one? In your home, isn't it? This you will keep it in your home, or if you have an office, I don't want to bring all the working infrastructure. I want to keep all the working infrastructure in my office. You will maintain this hard disk in the office or in the home. Only two places. So now okay, so so in physical places somewhere you will just take it, but will you be able to touch this hard disk once this particular delivery is done? You will receive this product. Once you receive this product, can you able to touch this?
Yes.
Yes. So first important thing is you can able to touch this hard disk once it is available to you. Next, you want to transfer some of the data from your laptop to this hard disk. What you will do?
So we can
Manually,
laptop manually we do.
Manually you will take a wire, you will connect to this device, and you will also connect to your laptop. And whenever you want to transfer some data from your laptop to this disk, from that particular disk to your laptop, you are going to transfer here to there to here. Okay, that is the first thing. Cleared, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So fine. Now let's imagine this 1.5 TB is also not enough. After 1 month, you realize this is not enough. What you will do? You need one more TB, 1 TB extra. Again, you need. What you will do?
Again we will buy. Again we will buy.
Again, you need to buy. Again, it takes some time to come. You need to again physically maintain somewhere. Meaning physically, you need to maintain these things. You need to manually configure it. Whenever the disk is full, you need to keep purchasing the new hard disk, because there is no storage called unlimited here. Okay, so because you have to say like particular storage means you need 1 TB or 2 TB, you need to decide and you need to purchase it, and all the amount you are paying at once, or you are paying, okay, so this disk will come to me if I stored 500 GB, so for how much data I stored in this disk, for that only you are going to make the payment. So I'm repeating this, are you making entire payment for purchasing this 1 TB, or after you received, okay, I stored 100 GB, for 100 GB 10 rupees per month, like that you are going to pay, or you are going to pay everything at once?
At once.
We are going to pay at once.
Everything you are going to pay at once, meaning like full investment you are doing at once. So all these are the disadvantages with the on-premise. This is the on-premise. On-premise means device will be there in your location. It can be a storage or computational server, anything. Server means kind of a laptop. Storage means kind of a disk. All these things will be there in our local, in your home or office address. First important thing. Okay. So these things will be there in your place. Second thing is you can manually configure it. If suppose, let's say it is not connecting to your laptop, what you will do?
We need to repair it or we need to get it to the.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Please hold on. Please hold on. So exactly, we need to return. So again, they take some time, they'll call you, they'll say, what is the problem, sir? Can we fix it? So a lot of questions they are going to ask. After asking all these things, if they identify there is a real issue, they take 1 week to return that. Okay, 2 days to collect and return after 2 days. Okay, something like that. Now, what is important is to avoid all these problems, we have a cloud. In the cloud, what they are going to do is, let's say, I know most of them from India, so few people are there from the Canada citizens, right? So that is okay. So I'll tell you, you consider anything in Canada, okay? You consider anything from the, from what I can say from US, you consider anything from UK, you consider anything from Singapore, you consider anything from India, and so on, so on. Now, what happens is in Canada, if you talk about, there will be a big states. Let's imagine, okay. So what cloud is decided to do is, in the big states, they are going to maintain huge storages, okay, and so many computational servers. Okay. Similarly, if you come to in India, so in India also, let's say we have Central India, we have South India, we have West India, something like this. I'll show you. So in India also, 3 different places Microsoft has chosen. Okay, in different states, they have chosen the different places. In these places, they started maintaining huge storage disks. So storage disks. So storage disk and servers, everything they started maintaining here. So in US also they are maintaining, in UK also they are maintaining, Singapore also they are maintaining. Now let's say I want to do a business. For my business, I need a 1 TB of storage. What you can do is, you can create a storage, you can create any storage. In this storage, you need to decide. In this storage, you need to decide. What you need to decide in the storage is, you want to store your data in India, Canada, US, UK, or Singapore. Let's say I decided to I decided to store my data in India. So within in India, you have how many data centers? We have a central India, South India, West India. So something like this, we have a 3 different locations. Okay, now let's say I want to store my entire data in the central India. Okay, when you choose in India, central India, I want to store entire my data. What happens is, you can keep uploading the data. Okay, they'll just maintain the disks in the backend. So now what happens? You are not responsible to touch this. You are not responsible to make sure this storage is working. You are not responsible to increase the size of this particular storage. Okay, everything will be taken care by the cloud. Your responsibility is, you choose where you want to store your data. Once you have selected your location, store data. Once you store this particular data, you are going to make payment for how much data you have stored, but you don't need to pay entire amount for the storage. So in the storage, you will have some kind of a petabytes of storages, unlimited storages, I can say. Okay, when you have unlimited storage, so you are not responsible to pay for the unlimited storage. You are responsible to pay only for how much data you are storing in the storages. Cleared all of you the difference between on-premise and cloud. In on-premise means that will be there in our place. When you talk about a cloud, data will be there in somewhere else. Your data, or you can say storages, will be there in somewhere else. You need to access those storages using the URL called portal.azure.com. Using this portal, you are going to access all the storages, data factories, databases, Databricks, all the services you are going to access using the portal.azure.com. What is the URL to access all Azure services? Portal.azure.com. Okay, so quickly I'll take any questions that you have. then we can start with the lab. I'll tell you what is the lab, what exactly we need to do. Okay.
Malaya?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so basically in our interviews, they'll ask what is the file for, what is the source of the data. So we can say it is as
See, Savans,
uh-huh.
I asked you to ask the questions if you have anything which is related to this. Now the question is, you are going into the sources that you are available, that you are connecting from the Azure Data Factory. You should understand what is Data Factory, in what all places we are bringing the data, what all sources it can connect. Azure Data Factory connect lot of things. This is a first session. Directly you are asking entry question that is not possible to answer. The reason is, even if I answer, you will not be able to understand. So please try to keep the questions which are relevant into the session. So after this recording is stopped, I will be available. You can ask these kind of questions. Okay, fine, because I don't want to waste any of your time. So if you have any such type of questions, I will be available after the session. You can ask. Okay?
Sir, Kulbhushan here, one question I have.
Yes, Bhushan, tell me.
Sir, how it is different from, you are saying that we are able to access the data using portal.azure.com and the data is stored in different location using the storage devices. So how this is different from the mainframe server, sir?
Mainframe, see, I am talking about on-premise and cloud. Okay, when you talk about on-premise, everything will be there in your location. Okay, let's say very simple.
Okay.
Okay, let me give simple example to make you understand. Okay, very simple. So let's say if I want to maintain my laptop, okay, if I want to deliver a class, what things I need? I need a laptop, I need a continuous power supply, I need a internet. Fourth thing is I need a cooling system, because if my system is getting heat, so it may get stuck or it may shut down. So that's why I need to maintain the cooling system. I need to take care of the power supply. I need to take care of the network, and I also need to maintain the security, because nobody should be able to access anything that is there in my local system. So all these things, who is responsible to take care in the on-premise? Because everything is there in your home, you are responsible to. But if you come to the cloud, what they will do is they are responsible to maintain everything for you. So if at all any power issue is there, they will take care. If it is a network issue, they will take care. If there is a disaster happen, that entire storage or this particular disk or servers are gone. Okay, there is a disaster, cyclone. So something happened. They are responsible to make a one more copy available in other location. So everything will be taken care by them. Your responsibility is focus on your business, do the better business. Okay.
Maria, one question. I want to continue here.
Bhushan, please, other people, please wait. Bhushan is asking the question. Let me finish.
Okay.
Yes,
Sir,
Bhushan.
Sir, I am not able to get the differentiation between the storage what you are saying and the cloud which you are saying, because in cloud also we are as per your explanation, here also we are storing the data in some physical existence like storages and all, whereas the background from where I am coming, mainframe, there also we have big clients, and they are accessing the mainframe server through a particular access devices which they have been given. They are not maintaining their servers. So how this is different, sir? How this uh, what exactly the cloud means? In cloud also we are storing the data in physical existence only, right? How it is differentiating and how it is becoming like, see, when you say when I say IBM mainframes, so as per your explanation, what idea I'm getting in my mind is even IBM mainframes will be considered as cloud systems.
Wait. See, you need to understand. When I explain something, you should compare and you should be able to understand very quickly. So you need to explain each and every related thing. Means it takes a lot of time. What I'm saying, when you say cloud, you have a Azure is a cloud, AWS is a cloud, Google is a cloud, IBM is a cloud. You have other clouds as well. So all these people are maintaining the data in the cloud. There is no difference. I'm talking about on-premise and cloud. When you talk about IBM, it's a cloud. Again, it's exactly whatever we explained in the here, that is similar to IBM. That is also cloud. This is also cloud. There is no difference. My difference is between the on-premise and the cloud, not a cloud to cloud. I'm not differentiating between the IBM cloud and Azure cloud. I'm talking about on-premise and cloud. Got it?
Sir, the question remains same from my side. When you say cloud, the servers, the existing servers are considered as cloud, or that is
Not
what my question
existing
is.
servers. So who is maintaining that server is important. Who is maintaining those servers?
Suppose if I take example of IBM, IBM is maintaining their servers. So for all the
IBM
clients which are using IBM servers are considered as clouds.
who is maintaining for all those things? Those are maintained by IBM. Meaning,
Yes, sir.
IBM is maintaining means IBM as a cloud, they are responsible to maintain the enough storage. So as an end user, I don't care about. So let's say drastically my data is increased. Okay. So what happens is I need a system which can accommodate that much data. Who is responsible to make sure I have enough space in the storage in the IBM? Tell me now.
IBM
No, you
people.
need to be. Okay, IBM is now responsible to take care. If it is on-premise, if you say on-premise means you brought these systems from some vendors and you are maintaining everything. Let's say drastically huge data you received. Who is responsible to increase the size of the disk? Bhushan, tell me. I'm
Yeah,
asking all questions to you.
on premise only. The
On-premise
person
means whoever, exactly. So that is the difference here. So when you talk about a cloud, one cloud provider is responsible to take care of everything. So when disaster happened, whatever data you have in that disk, it should be replicated into other region very quickly. So and you are responsible to give the better security to my business. The reason is all my data I am putting in your cloud, as I have a lot of trust on you. If you are not providing the better security, nobody is going to do business with the IBM. Understood? But if you are storing everything in the on-premise, who is responsible to take care of the security? As an individual. No, you need to understand. Are you able to get in? Are you getting the answer?
Sir, here, so if you're here, you're just trying to you're not giving the. I mean to say, here you did not try to explain what exactly cloud is, right? You're just trying to explain me difference between on-premise and in cloud. What will happen in on-premise? What will happen?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. What is the difference between on-premise and cloud?
Okay.
Next questions, friend.
Sir, this is Samir. So, what is basically a server?
Server is every computer is a one server. You have a laptop, that is called a server.
Okay, what is the work of server? Like in database, we are storing data. So, use of server.
Server work is it's all depends. Let's say you are taking a server as a Spark cluster. In a Spark cluster, you will have a group of servers. Each server is responsible to process the data. When you talk about a virtual machine, that is also one of the server. The responsibility of the virtual machine that you will use is different purpose. You can access the Azure services more securely through the one of the virtual machine. So that is, you will have a different scenarios for using the server. You can use server for multiple purposes. Okay, clear?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Sir,
Anil, please.
you said, yes, sir. You said this duplicate copy will be stored in a separate database center, right? If anything happens, means we will be able to access from the another database point to resume our works. So, in case, I mean, usually we will be able to access from the both the database centers, or will work from only one database center, sir.
That is
I mean,
all depends on how you want to enable. If you want to maintain your data in a different multiple data centers, so why this question will come very easy. The reason is, let's say you want to store same data in India and US. Why you want to maintain same data in India and US? because in US, US users can able to access data which is there in US very quickly. That's why you are keeping same copy in US. All people who are accessing data from US, they can access US data. All people who are accessing from India, they can able to access the India data. So it will be very fast in terms of the accessing the data. That's why you can able to store data in a different regions. Now the question is, you want to maintain the data in a different regions or not? You need to tell to the business. If you're not telling to the business, like a cloud provider, what cloud provider will do? Cloud provider will allow you to access data only from one of the data center. So other copy you will archive it and store it, because if we archive it, the storage will be less. You can store somewhere else for the security purpose. Security means for the safety or replica. If anything happened, you have other replica available. So suppose, let's say, if you don't want to, if you really wanted to maintain 2 copies of the data and make this data available to end user, you need to talk to the cloud provider so that they will make sure that same data available in US and India. India people will access India data, US people will access US data. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next. Okay, fine. That's all. So any other questions, I'll take. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
How
Because
huge is those data center in the exam in India or in Canada? Because if everybody want to buy the storage in those locations, how, because it's physically is the server is physically located on those area, right?
you were trying to ask if all the users want to access data from one of the data center, how they will maintain the infrastructure.
No, how huge is those infrastructure?
How users use the data infrastructure.
How big is those infrastructure? Because like is very big. Is very
See,
big.
you need wait, John. So you no need to worry about how big the data center it is. You are responsible to use the data center, how big it is. So Microsoft is going to extend the data center as per the business needs. If more people are showing interest in India data center, they will try to extend the data center. So all the based on the business needs, they will extend. You cannot say this is only this much, this is this much. So based on business needs, they will keep extending the data center length or data center infrastructure. Okay, clear?
Okay.
You cannot predefine it because it's all depends on the requirement. They'll keep increasing. Okay, fine. So if you have any other questions, I'll take end. Okay, fine. So now the question is, so we need to do a quick lab now. What is the quick lab is? I need to create a storage. Okay, storage, Azure storage. So from this Azure, in this Azure storage, what I need to do is, in this Azure storage, I have 2 folders. I have an input folder, I have an output folder. So what I wanted to do is, I want to move data from input folder to output folder using the ADF. Why I am copying data from input to output folder using Azure Data Factory? Now the question is, why we need to copy data from input folder to output folder using the Azure Data Factory? So this is the basic building block to understand the real-time labs. Okay, to move data from on-premise to cloud, to move data from on-premise storage to cloud storages and all. This is one of the basic lab you need to understand, so that we can go step by step. Once we go step by step, after 3 classes, you will see the final real-time pipeline. Okay, to see the final real-time pipeline, what you need to understand is, you need to understand the basics. So this is one of the basic lab to make you understand how ADF will work, how the storages, how we are going to store data in the storages. All these things we are going to discuss. Okay, clear? Now, so to access any storage, any data factory, any data bricks, anything you consider, we need to use a URL called portal.azure.com. Okay, so let me just access the portal.azure.com. Before I go and create the access the portal.azure.com, let me tell you the prerequisite for today lab. Prerequisite. So what are the prerequisite for today lab is 2 things. One is we need Azure storage. Second one is ADF. Okay, second one is Azure Data Factory. So first one is Azure Storage, second one is the ADF. Now go to portal. Okay, go to portal.azure.com.
Both input and output both are on Azure storage only, right? Both on the cloud.
Exactly, both are in same storage. Yeah. Okay. So if you see here, when I just access portal.azure.com, it is basically logged in. Okay. But in your case, it will not log in. What you need to do in your case is you need to enter username and password, or if you don't have an account, you need to create. So tomorrow we will see, from tomorrow we will not have any theory, we will have complete labs. Okay. So that's why what we will do is so tomorrow we will see how to come here. Okay, how to create an account, all those things. If required, we will discuss everything. Okay. Now let's imagine you are already at this particular place. Let's consider you are already at this place. Now I need to create one of the storage. How to create one of the storages? Click on this, go to all services, then go to here. You see something called storages. Will be able to go to storages. You see storage account. You can create the storage account. Okay. Similarly, if you come to analytics, you can see here data factory, data break, FinOps, all these things are available here. Okay. Rahul, go mute. Now go to storage. So just click on storage account. Okay. Just click on storage account to create a storage. Now, if you want to create a storage account, okay. Now, if you want to create a storage account, 1 second. As I mentioned, this is something strict. I am here. Give me a minute. Let me remove him. I don't. Okay, fine. So I'm sorry because I need to remove some people who are not worth in this, because these people will disturb. Okay, fine. Just click on storage accounts. When you just click on storage account, say I am explaining again, you go here, click on all services, go to storage, click on storage account. Only today, just excuse, create. In the storage account, if you see subscription is free trial. So why we need this subscription? So when you create a account, you must need a subscription to create any storage, any data factory, any Databricks, which means if you want to access any storage account, okay, if you want to access any Azure service, basically, if you want to access any Azure storage, you need a free trial. You need what? Free trial. Got it? So what is this free trial all about? So this free trial, or you can have any other subscription. It no need to be exactly free trial. It can be other subscription as well. So why you need this is to track the resource usage. Let's say storage you are using for 1 hour. So if you use this storage for 1 hour, you need to, they will charge you for 5 rupees or 6 rupees or 10 rupees against that particular subscription. Got it? So they are going to make the some kind of a charges against that particular free trial. So at the end of the day, they are going to calculate, okay, the all resources you have used this much time. So for each service, this much you need to pay. So total they'll just aggregate and they'll say this month you have to pay to Microsoft 10,000 INR because we have used the Azure Data Factory for 20 days, every day 10 hours. So 20 days into 10, total 200 hours. For each hour 5 rupees, 200 into 5. Okay, something 1,000 rupees. Like that, there will be some calculation. Against those calculation, you need to make the payment. Resource group. Remember, resource group is nothing but a grouping of resources. Today, what are the prerequisite? Storage account, data factory. I need to create 2 things. So you need to group them so that it will be easy for you to calculate the cost. How it will be easy to calculate the cost? Instead of saying storage account is 5 rupees, ADF is 7 rupees per hour, total 12 rupees I need to pay per hour. If you ask the resource group, it will tell you within this resource there is ADF 7 rupees, storage 5 rupees, total 12 rupees. Directly this resource group will talk about those things. If you want to delete the storage, If you want to delete a data factory, if you want to delete these two things, you no need to delete storage account ADF individually. If you delete this resource group, everything will be deleted. Let's say I want to know who is the new batch members. I can just go to WhatsApp group. I can see all the people. Similarly, if you go to the resource group that you created, you can able to see what all services you have created. It will be very easy. Just click create new. Here I'll say Cloud Pandit. Okay, 29 RG. Okay, 29 I underscore RG. This is the my resource group name. Click OK. This is the new resource group I created. Now storage account name. What is storage account name? You can simply put, so here Cloud Pandit storage. Okay, Cloud Pandit storage 0706. Okay, today date and this month I mentioned. In which data center? As I mentioned, there are different data center. Let's say in India, what all data centers we have? Central India, South India, West India. See. Similarly, let's say you want to go to US. Okay, you want to go to US. Okay, so if you want to go to US, see Central US, East US, East US to South Central US, West US to West US 3. So somebody asked how big the data center is. So if they think you need a more data centers, you see West US, within a West US we have West US, West US 2, West US 3, something like this. Multiple, see West US, West US 2, West US 3, three data centers they started nearby. So that's why they simply mention the data center names are West US, West US 2, West US 3, exactly all these things. Clear? Now, so other things you just keep as is, just click review plus create to validate all the details that you have given is correct or not. Okay, running final validation. So validation is passed, you can create it. Okay, just today I'll just extend session till 8:30. Tomorrow onwards we'll finish quickly. Okay, so I just created the storage account. Now click on this. Again, if I want to access any Azure service, what I need to do? If I want to access any service, Azure service, what I need to do? Go to portal.azure.com again. So just click on this. Okay, here I need a data factory. What you'll do? Just go here, click on all services, go to analytics, click on data factory. So it will be difficult for me to come to here and do. So very simple, come here, you search whatever you need now. So data factory you need, search it. You need a storage account, you search your storage account. I need a storage account. So what we need now? Data factory. So let me tell you how to create data factory as well. Go to data factory, create data factory. So this is the free trial. Subscription. I'm just choosing Cloud Pandit 29-RG. Why I'm choosing same resource group? Because all the related resources should be maintained in a single resource group. All the related resources you should maintain under a single resource group. Next, name of the data factory, I'll say Cloud Pandit ADF 0706. So in which data center you need this particular data factory? Same. So data factory also will be there in a different data center. You see West US 2, 3. In India also you can see data factory is available in 2 data centers in India. That is Central India and South India. But in West India, data factory is not available. So something like this. Let's say I want to choose the data factory in East US. So there will be 2 versions of the data factory, but V1 and V2. V1 is no longer available. So only thing that you need to learn is V2. Just to choose V2. Git configuration. When you develop any pipelines in the data factory, code will be generated in the backend. So to move the code, this code from one environment to another environment, you need to use the Azure DevOps. Okay. So at this time, I don't want to use Azure DevOps. That's why I'm just saying configure Git later. See, when you choose this option, all these options will be shown for you. When you check this, all the options will be vanished because you are saying here, I want to configure this later. You configure this later. Just click review plus create. Create it. Okay. Created. So now I created this storage. I created this data factory. Now, very quickly in 2 minutes, let me explain you. Okay, this is a mobile. Okay, this is one of the mobile. This is another mobile. So now what I want to do is I want to share one of the photo that is there in this mobile 1 to mobile 2. What is step 1? What is the first step you people will do? Mobile 1 to mobile 2. What you will do first step? Step 1 is you need to connect to this particular mobile, because all of you using the mobile, right? So when you want to connect to the mobile, there are different ways. Authentication methods will be there. Even if you see mobile, what are the authentication methods? One is PIN, second one is password. What is the third one? Pattern. So these are the different authentication methods you will have to log in into the any mobile. Similarly, if you want to connect to any storage, you will have a different authentication methods. Okay, simple. So first step, what is the first step if you want to connect to any mobile? Please respond, friends. First step is you need to connect. First step is you need to connect. So let's say you already logged in into this mobile. You already logged in using one of these authentication method, maybe PIN, password, or pattern. You are inside the mobile one. Inside mobile one, you will have a different photos. Okay, photo 1, photo 2, photo 3. But you want to choose the photo that is relevant to your friend. Okay, P3 is the photo that you want to share it to your friend. So what is the second thing that you will do once you connect? What is the second step you will do? First step is you will connect to mobile 1. So what is the second step you will do? Select data which you want. Which data you want? P3. P3 you need in this case. Okay, similarly, now this P3 I want to send it to this mobile. What do you need to do? So to this mobile also you need to connect or not? Without connecting, will you accept all the virus? If anybody want to send virus to your mobile, will you allow? No, right? That's why you also have to do the same kind of authentication. You also need to have a PIN, password, or pattern. Clear? So one of the, again, so this side also, for sync also you need a one connection, and you need a place. You need to tell, select target path, where exactly you want to store in the target. You can able to choose it. Okay, now you have connected to the source and you choose the P3 photo. Now target side you have connected to the target mobile and you have chosen the target path. Now your responsibility is you need to do some task. What is your task? User, please go mute. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to go to user here. You need to go to user. You need to go to, I'm sorry. So basically you need to define the tasks. What is the task? I want to copy. Copy is the task that you need to do. So this, how this is working exactly, ADF will work. Okay, what happens? There is a storage one. Okay, you want to move the data from storage one to storage one. So meaning, so the scenario here is you want to move the file from mobile one to mobile one. If you want to move the file from mobile one to mobile one, can you tell me? Okay, first, if I want to move this photo from mobile one to mobile two, how many connections we need? How many connections we need?
Two connections.
One is for mobile one is for the mobile two. Very good. Two connections. How many data sets? How many data sets we need is two data sets. That is nothing but a source side you need to select the P3. Target side you need to choose the target folder. So that's why you need a two data sets. Third one is you need a pipeline and copy activity. Okay, copy activity is basically used to do a copy task, to copy data from source to target. This is one of the scenario. But in our scenario, how this will work, let me tell you quickly. Let's say I want to copy one of the file or photo from mobile one to mobile one. Can you tell me how many connections we need here, mobile one to mobile two? Mobile one?
One connection.
Only one connection. Very good. Only one connection is enough. How many data sets we need?
One data set.
Very good. So I'll tell you, we need one connection. Okay, we need two data sets. The reason is one data set for selecting the source photo, another data set is used for selecting the target folder where you want to copy this photo. That's why we need a two data sets. Once you have these things, Okay, then you need to choose the copy activity. So what you need to choose? Copy activity. So basically connections is one connection we need, data sets is we needed 2 data sets, copy activity you need to have. This copy activity, if you want to execute, you need a something called pipeline. Okay, so these are the 4 things that we are going to do. So let me go to here. So storage is there. First, let's go to storage, go to resource. So once you open storage, friends, you will see something called containers. Okay, left side, click on containers. Okay, then click on container. So input folder, as I mentioned, I'll create the, click on again container, select the output, then click create. So now I created the input container and the output container both. Now our goal is to move the data from input to output. How to move data from input to output? Go to input folder, click upload. Here option is upload. Select this. Which file I want to basically copy. That is basically you can say what you need to do is basically custard.cs. I just uploaded, right? Custard.cs on desktop. If you remember, I just uploaded. What data we included in this? You can just open this. Go to edit. You can able to see CID, CNAME, C location, and so on. Okay. So this is the thing. Okay. Now I just uploaded this file here. Where I uploaded in the input container. Now our goal is to move this file from input to output. How to move? Come to data factory. Go to resource. Now you need to open data factory. How to open data factory? Just to see your open option. Click open. So tomorrow I'll give you time to navigate through all these things because this navigation is something important. So you people are not aware how to navigate to the data factory, how to open data factory, all those things. Okay. So there will be different options here. If you want to establish any connection from ADF to any storage, go to manage. So if you want to connect to any storage or database, you need to create something called linked service in ADF. Click new. What is this? Data. Sorry, you need to connect to storage account. Okay. Which storage account? Blob storage. Basically, you can select blob storage. We created blob. Select blob. You need to give the connection here. ls underscore blob. Okay, ls underscore blob. ls is nothing but a linked service for blob storage. So you come down, choose the subscription. Which subscription? Free trial. What is the storage account name? What is the storage account name which we created? 0706. See, key will be loaded automatically. As I mentioned, how we have mobile pattern, pin, password. Similarly, you will have a different options. We will discuss to connect to the storage. You will have a different options. One of the option is account key. When you choose account key and storage, key will be loaded automatically. Loading key is done. The test connection. So now we are establishing the connection to the storage. So connection is successful. Create it. Click create to create the connection. Now come to author. Now create a data sets. How many data sets we need? 2 data sets because we need to choose the source. A blob storage. So where is your data? So your data is there in a source. Okay, go to CSV. DS for blob source. Okay, DS for blob source. So DS is nothing but a data set for blob storage. This is a source data set. So if you want to select any folder, your data, you need to use the connection. Okay, just use this connection. What is your source? Where is your data? Browse it. So my data is there in the input folder. Choose input folder, cush.csv. So in the CSV file, do you have headers or not? Do you have headers in the CSV file? Yes, these are the headers. So as you have headers, you check this option. Okay, click OK. So now using the data set 1, what I have done, I selected my source file. So similarly, I need to use another data set within a blob storage to select my target. Target is also CSV, and this is DS for blob sync. This is the linked service. Okay. So now what I need to choose? Tell me what I need to choose now. Input or output? Output. Because we need to move data from the input to the output. That's why we need to choose which folder is. We need to choose a output folder now.
Sir, why we have to take Azure Blob Storage?
Because that is one of the storage account available in the Azure. So as I mentioned, data will be stored in a blob storage or data lake storage in file formats. If it is a database, we will store data in the tables. Okay, got it? So why we are choosing this storage only? Because I'm just helping you to understand the basic building blocks before I move data from on-premise file system to cloud. So I am just making you to understand the how the storages will be there, how we will move data from one storage to within a storage, how to move data from one folder to another folder. Tomorrow you will see how to move data from one storage account to another storage account. So like that, I'm just building the basics. Okay, clear? Clear or not?
Sir, so this
Sir, I'm clear.
creation of account and all we will be doing tomorrow, sir, for everyone.
Yes. Don't worry, we will do all those things. What is happening? Why this is very slow, it seems. Okay, so one second, let me come back, discuss. See, I just created source. I'm recreating the sync again. It is taking more time. There is a short time. CSV. So this is what DS blob for sync. This is the target. Okay, this is the linked service. So what is our target? As you know, the target is output folder. You choose the output folder now. Click OK. Okay. First row as header. Because when it is writing data from input to output, I also need to write the data. That's why I'm choosing the first as header. Okay. Click OK. I want to write the input headers to the target. That's why I'm choosing this. Then create the pipeline now. As I mentioned, inside pipeline, you will see choose the activity. Activity is nothing but a task. What task we need? Copy task. From where to where you want to copy data? From the source to sync I want to copy. So when the file is copied into the sync, the extension is, you mention I want to copy data as a CSV, but extension will commit as a TXT. To avoid that, you need to say, hey, I need a extension is .csv. I need a extension is .csv. Now when I just debug, I'll be able to see in the output folder, I'll have the input file. Okay, but currently you don't have anything. Now you go to ADF again. Okay. Oh my God, what happened? Oh, sorry. Just to debug this. So debug is one of the option to run a pipeline. Okay, just run it. So within less than 10 seconds, it should be successful. Okay, see, within a 9 seconds, it is succeeded. Now come to the output folder, refresh this. You should be able to see cust.csv. Let's see, in this cust.csv, we have same data, different data. See, headers also copied, and you also have the data. These are basics. Okay, I'm just building the basics. 1, 2, 3 sessions will have a basics, but those are also important only. 3 sessions will have basics. From 4th session onwards, we'll have the real-time pipelines. Okay, because without understanding small things, basics, I cannot teach you directly the full-fledged pipeline. Okay, so I know this is something you may not able to understand everything. Tomorrow I'll share the portal credentials. I'll ask all of you to log in. So I'll make you to do the same lab tomorrow, so that day after tomorrow onwards, we can like slowly increase this particular lab. Increase means we will do like slowly, we will try to do the complex labs so that you will be able to understand everything. Okay. So you also have to practice each and everything, whatever we are discussing. So I know so many of you will have a lot of questions. What I am planning to do is I'll take a half-an-hour session every day to take only questions, The reason is we have 100 people. If I take everything in the session, what happens? The lab that we plan to do, or people they have planned their office or other things, it will be delayed, and whatever commitment I have given to them, that will not serve. Okay, that's why. So I'll take a half an hour time to discuss all the questions that you have. Okay, every day. So that I already decided. Now I'm stopping the recording. Any questions which are relevant to this lab? If you have any question relevant to this lab, let me know. Otherwise, I'll stop the recording and I'll take all your questions. Yes, I'll share this recorded session immediately. by before 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Okay, I'll share it to all of you. Okay, so if no questions, let me stop.